There's a quiet, fleeting moment when something deep within you stirs, whispering that you're meant for more. It's not about the job that leaves you drained, the relationships that feel heavy, or the constant craving for a life just out of reach. This isn't a random feeling. It's a signal, a subtle nudge from a version of you already thriving in a parallel universe, living the life you've always dreamed of. On paper, your life might seem fine, a steady paycheck, a familiar routine, but your heart knows better. That restlessness, that ache for something greater, isn't a sign you're failing. It's proof you're connected to a reality where your choices align with your purpose, where joy and clarity flow effortlessly. The science of parallel universes, rooted in quantum mechanics, suggests infinite versions of reality exist simultaneously. In one of these, your perfect life, where you're confident, fulfilled, and free, already thrives. This isn't a distant fantasy, but a present reality vibrating in a parallel dimension, waiting for you to tune in. The discomfort you feel is the friction between your current self and this higher version, a call to shift your energy toward the frequency of that life. You're not stuck. You're being invited to bridge the gap. This version of you isn't an abstract hope. It's real, making bold decisions, radiating peace, and living in harmony with your deepest desires. The theory of parallel universes implies that every possible outcome exists now, and your consciousness can align with the reality you choose. That unease you can't quite explain? It's a transmission from your parallel self, urging you to shed doubt and step into alignment. Your soul senses this connection, pushing you to move beyond survival mode and embrace a life where your energy matches your highest potential. Today, we'll explore how parallel universes reveal that your dream life isn't something to create, it's something to access. This isn't about chasing or wishing. It's about understanding that your perfect reality is already unfolding, and you're already linked to it. The question isn't whether it exists, but whether you're ready to vibrate in sync with it, to become the version of you who's already there. The whisper of a life more aligned isn't just intuition. It's a glimpse into a parallel universe where your perfect reality thrives. Quantum physics suggests that countless realities coexist, each a unique version of existence. In one, you're already living your dream life, confident, purposeful, and free, where every choice reflects your highest self. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a scientific possibility grounded in the multiverse theory, where every potential outcome exists simultaneously. Your dream life isn't a distant goal, it's a present reality in a parallel universe, vibrating with a frequency you can align with now. This connection to your parallel self isn't fantasy, it's a bridge built by consciousness. The multiverse implies that all versions of you are linked through the quantum field, a realm of infinite probabilities where time and space don't confine potential. The gap you feel between your current life and the one you long for isn't empty. It's a pathway charged with possibility, that restlessness stirring within you. It's the friction of vibrating at a frequency misaligned with your parallel self, who's already thriving. The ache isn't a void, it's a signal, urging you to tune into the reality where your energy flows effortlessly. This exploration isn't about imagining a better future or hoping for change. It's about recognizing that your perfect life already exists in a parallel universe, and you're connected to it through the quantum field. Your consciousness, not bound by linear time, can interact with this reality now. The science of parallel universes shows that every choice you make influences which reality you experience, collapsing infinite potentials into your lived moment. The challenge isn't creating this life, it's accessing it by aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with its frequency. The distance between where you are and where you want to be only feels vast because you're tuned to an old frequency, one shaped by doubt, fear, or habit. Your parallel self, living in clarity and abundance, is reaching out, inviting you to shift. This isn't about attracting something external. It's about syncing with a reality that's already yours. By understanding how parallel universes connect you to your dream life, you can begin to embody the frequency of that reality today, collapsing the gap into a single, vibrant now. Accessing your perfect life isn't about chasing a distant dream. It's about syncing with a parallel universe where that life already exists. The multiverse theory suggests infinite realities coexist, including one where you're thriving, aligned with purpose and joy. You can't reach this reality while vibrating with fear, doubt, or scarcity, as these frequencies anchor you to your current state. The science of parallel universes shows your consciousness shapes which reality you experience, collapsing potentials based on your energetic state. Your choices, emotions, and beliefs in this moment influence the timeline you align with, instantly connecting you to your parallel self. This isn't about attracting a new life, but remembering one that's already active. Your perfect reality, where you're confident, abundant, and free, isn't waiting to be created. It's broadcasting now, seeking resonance with you. The ache you feel isn't absence, but the presence of this parallel life pressing against your current frequency, urging you to shift. You can't access it by clinging to an identity rooted in limitation. Instead, you must embody the emotions and actions of your parallel self who navigates life with clarity and ease. Consider your parallel self. They don't dwell in lack or hesitation. Their energy aligns with trust and purpose, shaping their reality. To sync with them, you must release patterns of fear or survival mode that tether you to an outdated timeline. Every thought you choose, every emotion you sustain, sends a signal to the quantum field, determining which universe you collapse into. The struggle comes from holding a frequency of not enough, while your parallel life vibrates with abundance. Your task is to tune your inner world like a radio, broadcasting belief over doubt. This alignment isn't about forcing outcomes, but becoming the version of you who already lives that life. The parallel universe where your dream life thrives is reaching out. You don't summon it. You resonate with it. By shifting your identity now, you collapse the gap, stepping into the reality that's always been yours. The idea of a fixed, linear reality is an illusion shattered by quantum physics, which reveals a multiverse of coexisting possibilities. Your perfect life, where you're aligned, fulfilled, and vibrant, already exists in a parallel universe, not as a future goal, but as a present reality within the quantum field. This field, a dynamic web of infinite potentials, responds to your consciousness, not your circumstances. The space between your current life and the one you dream of isn't barren. It's a sacred conduit, pulsing with the energy of your parallel self, ready for you to access. Parallel universes, a concept rooted in quantum mechanics, suggest every possible version of reality exists simultaneously. Your dream life isn't a distant hope waiting to be built. It's active now, encoded in the quantum field, where time and space don't limit potential. You're not separate from this reality. You're a quantum being, inherently linked to every version of yourself through the field's boundless probabilities. That restlessness you feel is your parallel self's frequency brushing against yours, urging you to align. This isn't about wishing for change or forcing outcomes. The quantum field mirrors your energetic state, collapsing realities based on the frequency you emit. If you vibrate with doubt or lack, you anchor to a matching universe. But when your thoughts, emotions, and actions resonate with the clarity and joy of your parallel self, the field responds, aligning you with that reality. The universe doesn't wait for your permission. It reflects who you are being in this moment. The gap between your now and your dream life is alive with possibility. A bridge you cross by tuning your energy. You're not chasing a timeline, you're choosing one. By embracing your connection to the multiverse, you awaken to a truth. Your perfect life isn't out there, it's here, vibrating in a parallel universe. When you sync with its frequency, everything shifts. Not because you demanded it, but because you became the version of you who already lives it. The multiverse theory reveals a profound truth. Your perfect life exists now in a parallel universe, and you're already connected to it through consciousness. Quantum physics suggests infinite realities coexist, each a unique expression of possibility. In one, your parallel self thrives, confident, purposeful, and aligned. This connection isn't abstract. It's rooted in the quantum field, where consciousness links all versions of you across parallel universes, unbound by time. or space. Your dream life isn't a future hope. It's a present reality, accessible when your frequency matches its vibration. Parallel universes imply that every potential you can imagine exists simultaneously, including the life where you're fully realized. Einstein's spooky action at a distance describes how quantum particles, once connected, instantly affect each other, no matter the distance. Similarly, your consciousness is entangled with your parallel self, living the life you desire. Modern science increasingly supports that consciousness isn't confined to your brain, but interacts with the quantum field, linking you to every possible you. Your emotions and intentions in this moment ripple across these realities, shaping which universe you experience. This is why your inner state matters. If you dwell in fear or doubt, you align with a universe reflecting those frequencies. But when you embody joy, clarity, or trust, you resonate with the parallel universe where your dream life unfolds. The quantum field doesn't judge. It mirrors your energetic signature. Imagine two people worlds apart, sensing each other's thoughts in sync. This is the multiverse in action. Your parallel self, healed and abundant, is influencing you, now nudging you to align. Accessing this reality requires coherence, blending clear intention with elevated emotions. The field responds to who you are being, not what you want. By choosing thoughts and feelings that match your parallel self's frequency, you collapse the infinite into the now, stepping into their timeline. You're not separate from your dream life. You're already linked. Tune your consciousness, and the multiverse responds, not with delay, but with the immediacy of resonance. Your perfect life isn't a distant dream. It's thriving in a parallel universe, and you're already connected to it through the quantum field. The multiverse theory posits infinite realities exist simultaneously, including one where your parallel self lives with purpose, abundance, and joy. This isn't about creating that life. It's about resonating with a timeline that's already active. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions send signals to the quantum field, determining which parallel universe you align with. The field mirrors your frequency, collapsing possibilities into your reality based on who you are being now. You're not separate from your dream life. It's encoded in the multiverse, linked to you through consciousness. If you vibrate with anxiety or lack, you anchor to a universe reflecting those states. But when you embody confidence or gratitude, you sync with the parallel reality where your ideal self thrives. This connection is dynamic. Every choice you make influences the timeline you experience. The restlessness you feel is your parallel self's frequency clashing with your current one, urging you to shift from fear to trust. Manifestation isn't about effort or rituals. It's about alignment. The quantum field doesn't respond to your wishes but to your consistent emotional state. Your parallel self isn't waiting for you to act perfectly. They're broadcasting a frequency of clarity and ease, inviting you to match it. This isn't passive. Your energy actively shapes the multiverse's response. By choosing thoughts that reflect abundance and emotions that feel expansive, you entangle with the reality you desire, collapsing it into your now. The power lies in coherence, aligning your inner world with the frequency of your parallel life. You're not chasing a future, you're accessing a present reality. The field is always listening, reflecting your dominant vibration. To live your dream life, become its frequency. Every moment you choose belief over doubt, you strengthen your connection to that parallel universe, making it your lived experience. Your perfect life isn't out of reach. It's here, waiting for you to resonate with its truth. Your perfect life thrives in a parallel universe, but why does it feel so distant? The multiverse theory reveals infinite realities exist, including one where your parallel self lives with purpose and abundance. You're connected to this reality through the quantum field, yet misalignment keeps you anchored to an outdated timeline. Your consciousness collapses possibilities based on your frequency, but subconscious patterns, fear, doubt, or past conditioning entangle you with universes that mirror those states, not your desires. The quantum field is neutral, reflecting your consistent emotional baseline, not your fleeting wishes. If you're stuck, it's because your vibrational identity shaped by early experiences or societal programming, rehearses lack or struggle. These familiar emotions, though painful, act like an addiction, pulling you toward realities that feel safe because they're known. You might visualize abundance but embody scarcity, and the field mirrors the stronger signal, your emotional habits. This isn't failure. It's feedback showing where your frequency needs realignment. 2. Access your parallel life. You must disrupt these patterns. Your parallel self, thriving in clarity, doesn't vibrate with hesitation or self-doubt. Clinging to an old identity through negative self-talk or fear-based choices blocks resonance with their timeline. The field reflects what you consistently embody, especially in challenging moments when triggered emotions reveal your true vibration. To shift, interrupt limiting beliefs about what's possible, and release emotions like anxiety that tether you to unwanted realities. The good news? Recognizing this empowers you. You're not chasing your dream life. You're tuning into it by reprogramming your frequency. Start by noticing the stories you repeat about yourself and choosing ones that align with your parallel self's confidence. Your emotional state, not your vision board, drives manifestation. By embodying trust and coherence, you collapse the timeline where your perfect life exists. The field doesn't reward effort, it mirrors resonance. Break free from the past's gravitational pull, and your reality shifts, not because the multiverse changed, but because you aligned with the version of you already living freely. Your perfect life exists in a parallel universe, vibrant and real, waiting for you to align with its frequency. The multiverse theory reveals infinite realities, including one where your parallel self thrives in purpose and joy. Accessing this timeline isn't about chasing outcomes but creating coherence, a daily practice of tuning your energy to match that reality. This isn't a mystical ritual but a deliberate act of embodying the frequency of your dream life, collapsing the quantum field's possibilities into your now. Begin each morning by asking, who am I aligning with today? Visualize your parallel self, not as a fantasy, but as a living reality. What do they feel upon waking? Confidence, gratitude, ease. Name their beliefs about love, success, or freedom. Then, take one small action to broadcast this frequency. Organize your space as they would, speak with their calm assurance, or decline something misaligned with their clarity. These micro-choices signal to the quantum field that you're stabilizing their timeline, not just dreaming of it. Next, encode their emotions. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and feel the joy or certainty your parallel self embodies. This isn't about what's visible yet. It's about syncing with a reality already active. Neuroscience shows that combining vivid intention with elevated emotions rewires your brain, aligning your body with this frequency. Consistency is key. Each time you embody their state, you weaken the pull of old patterns like doubt or fear, which tether you to an outdated universe. By evening, reflect, what frequency did I carry today? Did I act from the scarcity of my past, or the abundance of my parallel self? This daily ritual, morning alignment, intentional action, emotional encoding, builds resonance. The quantum field mirrors your consistent vibration, not fleeting hopes. Over time, you'll notice shifts. Conversations feel different. Opportunities arise, not because you forced them, but because you're vibrating as the version of you already living that life. Your perfect reality isn't out there. It's here, accessible through the coherence you cultivate now. The quantum field is always responding, mirroring your frequency to collapse a parallel universe into your reality. The multiverse theory posits infinite realities, including one where your perfect life, vibrant with purpose and abundance, already exists. Your current life, from relationships to finances, reflects the frequency you've consistently broadcast, not your sporadic dreams. The field doesn't respond to peak moments of hope, but to your dominant emotional patterns, shaped by thoughts and subconscious beliefs. Understanding this transforms frustration into clarity. Your reality is feedback, not fate. You might meditate or visualize your dream life, yet see no change if you spend most of your day in doubt or stress. The field stabilizes around your most repeated frequency, not your fleeting highs. Your parallel self, living in alignment, radiates trust and ease. But if you rehearse fear, you entangle with a universe that echoes it. The evidence is in your daily experiences. Struggles or synchronicities are the field's neutral reflection of your vibration. The shift begins when you honor subtle signals. That gut feeling to pause, the urge to speak your truth, or the whisper to rest. These are nudges from your parallel self, leaking into your now. They're not random. They're the quantum field responding, guiding you toward alignment. Ignoring them delays your access to the desired timeline, as the multiverse doesn't deliver dramatic shifts, but crystallizes through small, congruent choices. Saying no to a draining commitment or acting with quiet confidence are quantum levers, collapsing the reality you seek. Trust these micro moments, even without visible proof. The field is immediate, alive, mirroring your state before external results appear. When you embody your parallel self's frequency, choosing gratitude over lack or courage over hesitation, the multiverse responds, aligning opportunities and experiences. You don't need louder efforts. You need deeper resonance. Your perfect life isn't waiting. It's active in a parallel universe, reflecting back the moment you stabilize its frequency. Live as that version of you, and the field will magnify your coherence, collapsing the timeline you've always sensed. Your perfect life thrives in a parallel universe, accessible not through effort but through coherence, aligning your frequency with that reality. The multiverse theory reveals infinite coexisting realities, including one where your parallel self lives with purpose and joy. In quantum physics, decoherence transforms potential into form when a system stabilizes. Similarly, your dream life collapses into reality when your energy becomes a clear, stable signal, free from the noise of doubt or fear. This happens not by forcing outcomes, but by resonating with the timeline already active in the quantum field. The field responds to your consistent vibration, not fleeting bursts of optimism. If you act from trust one moment but revert to anxiety, the multiverse mirrors your dominant frequency. Coherence arises in stillness, a vibrational silence where you transcend overthinking and embody your parallel self's clarity. This isn't about shouting your desires but whispering their frequency through steady emotions like gratitude or confidence. The less you chase, the more the field responds, aligning you with the universe where your dream life exists. Living as your parallel self means making choices that match their reality, even before external proof appears. Speak with their assurance, decide with their ease, and feel their joy now. These subtle acts stabilize your signal, collapsing the desired timeline. The field doesn't need your perfection, it needs your presence. In quantum terms, a coherent signal accelerates convergence, drawing your perfect life from potential to experience. This coherence isn't loud or forced, it's a lifestyle of integrity. Every thought aligned with abundance, every action rooted in trust, tunes you deeper. The multiverse doesn't hesitate. It mirrors your stability instantly. Your reality bends not because you manipulated it, but because you became the version of you already living freely. Ask, am I acting from my parallel self's frequency? Am I trusting the subtle shifts? By embodying their coherence, you collapse the gap, stepping into the parallel universe where your perfect life is no longer potential, it's now. In every transformation, there's a quiet moment, a sacred pause where your old reality fades, and your perfect life, thriving in a parallel universe, begins to crystallize. The multiverse theory reveals infinite realities, including one where your parallel self lives with purpose, joy, and abundance. This stillness, often mistaken for emptiness, is where the quantum field works its deepest magic. It's not absence, but vibrational silence, a space where fear and doubt dissolve, and your coherent frequency aligns with the timeline of your dream life. This pause is sacred because it's where potential becomes reality. In quantum physics, coherence collapses possibilities into form, and in your inner world, this happens when you stop chasing and start embodying. Release the noise of desperation or control, and you become a clear signal, resonating with the parallel universe where your ideal self thrives. This isn't about forcing change, but trusting the subtle shift within, a whisper of confidence, a flicker of ease that says you're already connected to that reality. Your parallel self, living freely, is broadcasting now, waiting for your frequency to match theirs. The multiverse responds to your embodied state, not your pleas. Choose actions that feel like theirs, speak with their clarity, move with their grace, and feel their emotions like gratitude or peace, as if the life is yours today. These quiet decisions, unnoticed by the world, are quantum anchors collapsing the timeline you've sensed all along. If this resonates, you're already shifting. Comment, "I am aligned" below, not just words, but a vibrational declaration to the field, anchoring your new frequency. Subscribe to deepen this journey, not to chase, but to become the timeline you seek. The field is listening, responding now, not someday. Your perfect life isn't a distant goal. It's active in a parallel universe, unfolding the moment you trust this stillness. By embodying your parallel self's frequency, you don't change your life. You collapse the reality that's always been yours, here, now.